Do the Indianapolis Colts really need Darius Leonard? Should they explore trade options this offseason? You know, without Darius Leonard, this Colts defense has still been phenomenal. Number 4 in the league in yards per game allowed for the average. Do the Colts need him? Do the Colts need Darius Leonard? It's a very difficult topic to talk about. It's something you don't really want to talk about, but it needs to be talked about. You're paying him $20 million a year. He hasn't played a full season in the NFL yet. And yet, when he's not in there, your defense is still playing that top 5. With him in there, it'd be insane. But it goes to show you that having an insane linebacker isn't make or break in a defense. You need 2 or 3 solid linebackers. And you're seeing that. 2 or 3 solid linebackers for the Colts right now, and they are getting the job done, to say the least. EJ Speed has made his fair share of plays. Zaire Franklin has played well. Bobby Okereke has played very well. The Colts should explore trade options this offseason. Maybe you have a chance to go up and trade him to a team and then, maybe swap first-round picks, give it a second next year, a second and a third next year. Maybe the team even wants a first next year as well if you want to move up to 1 to get Bryce Young. I don't know if C.J. Stroud is worth trading up for, in my opinion. I wouldn't trade it for C.J. Stroud. I like Stroud. He's very good, but he's a much more safer option than Bryce Young, if you ask me. Bryce Young has a much higher ceiling, but he also has some more risk to him. But the thing is, you want your franchise guy, you have to go and be aggressive. And, even if you don't trade Darius Leonard for that, maybe you get a first-round pick out of him. A first-round pick, and maybe that team pays some of his contract as well. Because you're paying him $20 million a year. He hasn't played a full season. This is the first season he has seriously had that he has missed serious time. And you're paying him $20 million a year. You're paying a guy $20 million a year. He needs to be on the field. He needs to be playing. I love Darius Leonard. Love what he has done with the locker room, with the city of Indianapolis, and giving away and doing all that awesome stuff. But the NFL is a business, man. And you're being paid $20 million, and he's not in the field. And now that he's off the field, we're seeing that he isn't that crazy valuable to the defense itself. Yeah, I would be worried about the locker room if we traded him. I would definitely be worried about that. And just the presence that he brings. But at the end of the day, other players move on. It may be difficult too. He just brings that energy, but who says a guy like Isaiah Rodgers doesn't? Who says a guy like Zaire Franklin doesn't bring the veteran presence? Or Julian Blackmon, or Kwity Paye, Buckner, Stewart. We have plenty of leaders. Plenty of guys who could bring the juice. So, if you put the emotions aside and you put some of the bias aside and ask yourself, do you want to pay $20 million a year to a linebacker who hasn't played a full season in the NFL yet? And he is coming off of a serious back injury. They said minor back surgery in the offseason. Tried playing him this season. I don't even know why they tried playing him. It was ridiculous. Because he's having second back surgery now. You're going to let him play, and now you're going to pull him and have him have another back surgery? That's concerning. Get value now. And have that team help pay some of the contract. They're not going to want to take the whole contract because no one wants to pay $20 million a year to a linebacker. But they would most certainly take him for $10 million a year if the Colts paid 10 per year if they just split it. It sucks to talk about. I love Darius Leonard. Love what he brings to the locker room. And, 10 to 16 turnovers and his tackling machine, forced fumbles, interceptions, his presence. If he wasn't hurt and didn't have this back injury, I would be okay. I mean, kind of okay with the $20 million. But what makes it even worse is you see how good the defense is playing without him. That's the hardest thing to say. This defense is playing phenomenal without him. I hate saying without him because he's just a big part to this team mentally and physically. But you don't need to pay a linebacker and have a generational talent, a linebacker, to win a Super Bowl. I know a lot of people are going to hate me for this. But I'm giving you my opinion. I'm giving you the truth. That Darius Leonard hasn't played a full season, being paid $20 million a year, coming off of a bad back injury, and he's a smaller dude for a linebacker. It's just, I would hope it will motivate him for next year. I don't think he's going to be traded. At the end of the day, I don't think he's going anywhere. But I would explore options and see what he's worth. But I don't see him going anywhere, to be honest with you. And, that's quite obvious probably. But I'm just saying, do we really need him? Do we really need Darius Leonard? That's a question you need to start asking yourself. If he, from now on, he's healthy and he plays like Darius Leonard and he plays 15, 16 games a season, okay, I'll be happy. But if he plays anything less than that, it's ridiculous because and it's a loss because not good because you're paying him $20 million a year. So he needs to be on the field. He needs to be on the field if he's being paid that much. So you guys let me know what you think. Should the Colts trade Darius Leonard and try to get talent at cornerback maybe? Because Stephon Gilmore isn't getting any younger. He's been good for us. He's been good. But he's not going to be around for forever. He's not on a 3-year, 4-year deal either. He's on one more year after this. So maybe you go and, you just draft I don't know, man. If you give up Leonard, share that $10 million with the team that takes him, then you can maybe spend that $10 million on a corner. Every little bit matters. And the NFL is a cruel, cruel business. So you guys let me know what you think. Thank you for tuning in to the JDW Sports Talk Show where every fan is welcome. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, put the post notification bell on, share it all your favorite social media platforms. This is where you will find all amazing content. Colts content, live reactions, recaps, NFL weekly predictions, and videos of every NFL team. Topics around the NFL. This is it from JDW Sports Talk Show. Signing off.